So, 2 days ago, Robert De Niro made a joke on national television that the White House responded to. But it wasn't funny, it was a warning. I'm Zuhair, and I'm breaking down exactly what he said and why Trump's response tells us something is seriously wrong. Stay with me till the end. Look, you all know Robert De Niro, right? Godfather, taxi driver, raging bull, multiple Oscars. This guy is a legend. He's been around presidents. He has worked with the greatest directors ever alive. And he has seen powers up close for 50 years. So when a man like this sits down on a podcast in February and breaks down in tears saying Trump is the enemy of this country, that's not politics. That's not Hollywood drama. That's a man who is genuinely scared for American people. He didn't get angry. He got heartbroken. He said, you have to lift people up. You can't divide them. This is destroying the country. His voice cracked, real tears. Now you might think, why should I care what an actor says? Fair question. But here's the thing, De Niro has seen more of American power and politics than most of us will ever see. And he is terrified. When someone like that gets desperate, it means something is really wrong. That was February, but then 2 days ago, something else happened. Something much bigger. Stephen Colbert is doing his final show after 25 years and his last ever episode. So he brings out the biggest names: Obama, Hanks, Stewart, and De Niro. The legends, and the Colbert has this game called the questionnaire. Guests ask some questions. De Niro sits down and asks, what numbers are you thinking of? Colbert guesses 3. De Niro looks right into the camera and says this, I thought it would be 2.5 million. That's the number of Epstein files Trump still hasn't released. The entire studio erupts. Standing ovation. Colbert's laughing so hard he rolls backward, and here's what you need to understand. That wasn't just a joke. That was a statement. On his final episode ever, De Niro used his moment to say Trump is hiding something about Epstein, and nobody's talking about it. Think about that. On a show watched by millions in front of the biggest celebrities in the Hollywood, he made that parting shot. That's not accidental. That's intentional. That's a legend making sure his message gets heard before he steps away from the late night forever. And it worked. The White House literally responded to it. So what does Trump do? He goes on Truth Social and attacks De Niro. Calls him sick and demented. Low IQ. Mocks him for crying. But here's what I want you to notice. When you are a president of the United States and you are trading insults with an 81 years old actor, you have already lost. A leader ignores celebrities. He doesn't punch back. The fact that Trump felt need to attack De Niro this hard, that tells me De Niro hit a nerve. And nerves don't get hit unless someone said something true. But here's what really worries me. De Niro isn't alone. Bruce Springsteen was on the same Colbert episode, also took shots at Trump, said the president can't take a joke. He had a ton of celebrities speaking out, and the White House, they responded with an official statement. That doesn't happen unless something is actually wrong. But here's my real fear. All this celebrity activism, it doesn't change anything. Trump supporters say, see, Hollywood hates him. Trump opponents say, see, even the legends are scared. And tomorrow, nothing changes. De Niro cries, makes a joke, gets applause, and life goes on. That's the tragedy. It's like screaming into the void. So what's the real story here? It's not about De Niro versus Trump, it's about countries so divided that even our greatest entertainers feel like they have to get involved in politics. It's about a legendary Oscar winner breaking down in tears because he's worried about the future. And honestly, that scares me more than any Trump tweet ever could. Because when good people get that desperate, when they feel powerless, that's when the things get dangerous. De Niro's not making about politics. He's sending a warning. He's saying if we don't do something, we don't speak up, if we don't vote, if we don't resist, we could lose everything. But the fact that he felt like he had to say it in tears on national television, that tells me something is really wrong. And here's what keeps me up at night. De Niro made that Epstein joke 2 days ago. We don't know what happens next. Trump could come back with something much bigger. De Niro could say something even more shocking. The White House could escalate this feud. It's not over. It's just getting started. And when a president and a legend go to war, and when they are fighting in public like this, it tells you everything about the state of our country. So if you want to know what happens next in this story, if you want real analysis, not the mainstream media version, make sure you are subscribed. Because I guarantee there's more coming. Because what De Niro is saying, it affects all of us. Thanks for watching. I'm Zuhair. Stay informed, stay aware.